And well, this is the starting point right here. We are going on another trip. So join me. Welcome to another Zeus adventure. Let's go. Arrived at our first location. First stop is San Diego International Airport. This is our home airport. We're ready. It's just me and Dad taking a trip out to the East Coast. And there goes my sister. Super excited for this trip. It's father and son trip. We are flying Delta today, as always. We just boarded our flight.
That was a struggle.
We've been upgraded first class. Alright, it's 6 in the morning and we just landed here at JFK. This is our second time being out here in New York. So hopefully I remember how to get to the air train and the subway that will take us out to the city. Easy peasy, baggage claim, air train, up ahead. But do not take this exit because that's for passengers without check bags. I'm not gonna lie, we took that red eye last night and I'm a little bit tired, but it's time to go explore. We could sleep later tonight. All right, we're gonna take the E train down to Port Authority. We're gonna see how much it costs to go across to New Jersey. I got some place I really wanna visit out there. So I made it to the first location of this adventure, and look at this right here. What a beautiful view. Everything is legal in New Jersey. That is Alexander Hamilton up there in that statue. This is the famous location of the dueling grounds where Burr and Hamilton went face to face on a duel. Tensions have been growing with Burr and Hamilton, and it's July 11th, 1804. They both crossed the Hudson out here to Weehawken, New Jersey, because dueling was legal out here. This is where Hamilton met his fate. He got shot by Aaron Burr while Hamilton threw away his shot. Let's read what it says here. The Hamilton-Burr duel. The most famous duel in American history took place on this date at the dueling grounds in Weehawken. Between political rivals General Alexander Hamilton and sitting Vice President of the United States, Colonel Aaron Burr. Hamilton fell mortally wounded and died the next day in New York City. Tragically, Hamilton's son Philip had also met his death here in a duel in 1801. Just imagine how would it looked in the 1800s, standing here in a duel. None of those huge buildings were out there, but I'm pretty sure it was just a beautiful sight. Anybody else a big fan of Hamilton, the musical? Let me know. There's a couple places I already visited. Last year I visited the Grange, where he moved to after his son's death. Philip, who also died here at a dueling grounds by Mr. Eager. I mean, I don't really know all details of history, but it's interesting. I love it. I love hearing history. I love seeing it. I love visiting places with history. All right, so we are done with this place right here. We're gonna go look for another place to explore. And the thing is that it was kind of easy to get out here to Weehawken, but how do you get back to the city? I don't even know. We just got on the bus and came out here and only booked a one-way trip. So I think we're just gonna walk down there. I think there's like a ferry that should take us back to New York City. I'm not even too sure. I don't even know how to get down there, but that's the beauty of exploration. You just go. That's what we're doing. Right, Dad? Yep. He's like, what the heck are we doing out here? You came all the way out here to see a statue? But we also came out here because of this beautiful view. Look at that. So it does look like there is boats out there called the New York Waterway. I think that's where we get the ride back to the city. Now I just need to find how the heck to get down there. Yup, up there, that's where we were at. Had to take all kinds of stairs just to get out here. Jeez.
Thank you.
All right, we are back in Midtown. Now, where to go? Where to go? Just gonna sit here for a second, figure it out. You never know what exit to get off on. You just get off on any exit. But we arrived at Greenwich Village and go find some pizza. Breaking the rules. We almost got ran over. We have arrived at the famous John's Pizzeria. All right, we just got seated. John's Pizzeria. All right, we have received our pie. Dad couldn't wait, he was too hungry. All right, we're gonna have our first bite. How was your first bite?
Very good.
It's pretty popping out here. Everybody's just chilling, and it smells a whole lot like weed. All right, we made it to Washington Square Park. There's the arch. Hey, didn't that come out in a History Channel or Discovery? Look at that crazy building. All right, and I do think this is gonna be our last stop for today. We're just drained. But so far I've done Dueling Park and a whole bunch of movie and TV show sites. But I think this is the coolest one right here.
Yo, guys!
This is from my younger years right here. We are at the Ghostbusters headquarters, which is a fire station. How cool is that? I'm so glad I ended up coming out here. I almost took off back to the room because I was so tired. That might be the end of the day unless I get some kind of energy. Maybe a nice shower, cold shower will help out. It's been a fun day. There's the Hilton we're staying at. So this is a regular Hilton hotel, but the 36, 37, 38 floor, it's just for owners. And that's where I'm staying at. And good morning, this is day 2 out here in Manhattan. We're about to go do another adventure. Today I kind of know what I want to do. Last year when I was out here, we didn't do the Brooklyn Bridge, so we're about to head out there. We woke up a little bit late today. We're hella tired, but we are ready to Just got off here at City Hall. Seems like it's an pretty old station. We're heading out to Brooklyn Bridge today. OMG, I can already see a big crowd going towards the Brooklyn Bridge. Wow. Maybe I should have came a little earlier. One of these pieces of wood were to break, it'll fall right down to the water. Alright, so me and Dad are trying to get our steps on. We are walking all the way through the bridge down to Dumbo. It's been an okay walk. Doesn't seem like it's that far. Our legs are pretty tired from all the walking yesterday, but I mean, we have like 5 more days of walking, so we have a ride at Central Park. Me and Dad are just walking around Central Park, getting ice cream.
Take my hand.
Here to the right we have Central Park, right where the memorial, the Imagine Mosaic Memorial is at, where Ono scattered John Lennon's ashes. Right across the street here at the Dakota, what used to be John Lennon's home, where he was shot. Right at this entryway, shot in the back. Sunday. Good morning. It is day 3 out here in New York City in Manhattan. It is our last day out here, and then we do a whole new city for another 3 days. New city I never been to, so that should be exciting. No plans for today. We're just gonna go out there and explore again. Probably hit up Times Square, then the financial district. We've been waking up pretty late out here, so we don't really get to eat breakfast. But our hotel is just right by Times Square, so we just decided to walk out here. And it looks like we just got here. This looks like Times Square. Last year when we were out here, we did some delicious tacos. I think it's called Tacos Numero Uno maybe. So we're just gonna head out there again and eat tacos for breakfast. Looks like it's a pretty busy day out here. I mean, it is a Saturday, so I think I want to visit the Disney store out here. I didn't get to do it last year, so last year it was a little bit more empty, maybe because of COVID, but looks like it's popping today. For sure more ambiance than last time.
Good seats for Chicago.
I wish I could have done a Broadway show, but it's so freaking expensive. You can see that Barclays building from my hotel. Oh no, Mickey without a mask on. And I do see a Disney store right there, so we're gonna head towards that direction. So New York wasn't really in the plans when I booked the trip out here. Originally I wanted to go to Boston and spend some days out there, but since I was coming out here, I just said what the heck, Let's book 3 days in New York and 3 days in Boston. When we go out to Boston, we have a little bit more plans. I did purchase a couple tickets to some tours. Of course, all the revolution stuff, history. You did hear those are fake monks. Avoid those guys. Hello. And we are here inside the Disney. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a little bigger. Oh wait, they have an upstairs. And they have some pretty cool New York merchandise out here. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yep, that's a nice shirt. Alright, let's go check out upstairs and see what they have. Oh, these are the lanterns from Tango. Ooh, sale section, let's go. One of these days I'm gonna see Wicked. Been wanting to see that for a while. Got the Lion King, I think that's coming to San Diego soon. Alright, we see lids out there. You all know I gotta stop at lids. But we are at the lid store now. You guys know me, I like hats. I like to wear hats. And with that one other hat. I like how the store has a good selection of hats. Why can't our stores out there in San Diego be like that? Look at this. It's just all different hats. Out there we only have basic stuff. Alright, so we didn't get anything because I wanted everything in there. They have so much stuff. So much different hats, different colors, different designs, and I just want it all. But can't have everything. Life doesn't work like that. Oh well, we're gonna continue. Oh, here it is. Found it. Tacos número uno. So we had to come back. What'd you get? Adobada? Yeah, carne asada and adobada. Pretty popular place out here. There's a line outside and it's pretty packed in here. Man, that freaking hit the spot. We needed some tacos. A little bit expensive. It's like $5 for each taco, but where else can you find good tacos out here? Alright, so we just got here to Lower Manhattan, downtown. Site of the second presidential mansion occupied by General George Washington. So once stood here a mansion where George Washington lived. In the colonial times, 1790. The year 1790. Dang. We are around the area where the bull's at. Probably see that over there. Huge crowd. The bull's a popular guy. Everybody wants to touch those huevos. So much history out here in this area. We're gonna start off out there in Bowling Green Park, right behind the bull. There's this area where the Dutch settled. It was New Amsterdam. Then when the British took over, they made it into New York. Just look at that line. Okay, so let's make our way into the park.
Which one do you want?
Bowling Green.
This one right here.
So the cool story behind this park is that this is the oldest park in New York, built in 1733, I believe. And in 1770, a statue of King George III was erected there where the fountain's at. It was a gilded lead statue of him sitting on a horse right there in the middle. Now we're gonna walk outside the park really quick. There's a lot of tours out here, a lot of people taking other tours. But so a year later, after that statue was erected, there was a fence put out around the park, which is this fence right here. Same fence actually. And there were these crown ornaments. I don't know if it's ornament is the name, but and as you can see, the crowns aren't here anymore. They're all missing. Now, why are they missing? In 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was read out here in New York City, an angry mob, citizens, military man, rushed out here to the park. And would they come out here? They came out here to destroy the statue of King George III. They tore it down, cut the head off, and they didn't stop there. They continued to the fence and cut off all the crown ornaments. And if you just look closely, you could see where it was hacked off, like all the cuts. And what happened to those crown ornaments? What happened to the statue? Well, they're all sent out. All the pieces were sent out back to Connecticut, where they were melted down and turned into cannonballs and other ammunition that was used later for the war. Well, I just wanted to share that with you guys just because I thought it was a cool story, cool piece of history. And this is Bowling Green Park. Guys, I just entered the Francis Tavern. It was only $7 admission. All right, so we're gonna start here, call it the Long Room. So it looks like here at the Francis Tavern is where George Washington said his farewell after winning the war. He was here in this building. Samuel Francis probably first met General George Washington between April and June of 1776 as both the Provincial Congress of New York meetings and the court-martials were held at the tavern. When the British occupied New York City on September 15, 1776, Francis fled to Elizabethtown, New Jersey. In June 1778, Francis was captured, brought back to New York, and forced to work as a family cook for General James Robertson. Francis used his position in the kitchen to aid Patriot prisoners and pass on intelligence. It looks like after George Washington's farewell, he later returned to Mount Vernon, which is Washington's home out in Virginia, which we also visited last year. So after returning back to Mount Vernon in Virginia, George Washington later returned to New York City about 7 years later when he got inaugurated into the presidency. Oh wow, there's a photo right here what I was talking about earlier. Statue of King George III. There's the people bringing down that statue. Look at how angry they are. July 9th, 1776. So it was the Sons of Liberty and the fellow patriots. Okay, so we're still here in Lower Manhattan, the financial district. We are now walking towards Stone Street. It's one of the oldest streets here in New York. But it just wasn't New York that it belonged to. It was even before that when it was New Amsterdam. When the Dutch got here, this street was built, I believe, in the 1600s by the Dutch. And it had two different names. But when the British took over Amsterdam and became New York, they named it Stone Street. So we're just gonna walk right through. These buildings are not original to Amsterdam. There's a great fire in the 1800s. And I mean, the 1800s is still pretty old. They got rebuilt, which now is a fancy place full of bars for you to come have some nice cold drinks, as you can see. I mean, sadly, now there's all these tables on the street. Can't even walk through this historic street anymore. We are walking now down Wall Street. So sadly, there's a lot of construction going on out here. All the cool buildings are all covered up, like this one right here, the Federal Hall. So this is the location where George Washington got inaugurated to be the President of the United States. Our first president. He stood there in front of a huge crowd. Became the first president of the United States of America. And just in front of it, we have the New York Stock Exchange. And we have arrived at Trinity Church. Hopefully it's open to where we could go up close and personal to Alexander Hamilton's grave.
Welcome.
Guys, we made it in. Look at how old these tombstones look. Wow. And of course, we're walking to the most famous tomb of that who belongs to Alexander Hamilton. And just below, we got Eliza's tomb. So it says here that Philip Hamilton didn't really know where he's buried at. Exact location is unknown. So you guys remember when I was out there at a dueling grounds out there in New Jersey, Philip also was shot and died from that gunshot wound. Died in 1801, and Alexander Hamilton in 1804, just a couple years after his son's death. He died in that duel with George Eager. Philip challenged Eager because he was talking about his father, and so they also head out to Weehawken. Somewhere out here is Hercules Mulligan. I just need to find it. Okay, and it looks like I found the grave. There it is in the middle. It has that white plaque with some information, and I think I could read. It does say Hercules Mulligan, and also on the grave itself it says Whaley and Mulligan's vault. So it's a vault. So Hercules Mulligan was a tailor by trade, but he was Alexander Hamilton's friend. He was part of the Sons of Liberty, and it said that he saved George Washington twice from being captured. He was a spy during the American Revolution, and well, Why I mentioned Hercules Mulligan? Well, because he does come out in the musical Hamilton. And so that's how I know about him. Crossing the street, because we're going to one last location out here. Here to the right, we have the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. This is where they have all that gold. It's said to be 5 stories below street level. They have them vaults surrounded by all that bedrock. But the reason I'm walking this way, it's because here on the left, it's the former house of Thomas Jefferson. There's a lot of scaffolding here, so hopefully you could take a look. I'm not sure if you guys could see it, but there's a plaque there stating Thomas Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States of America, 57 Maiden Lane. Here in this grounds is where his house used to stand. And so in reference to Hamilton, this is where it happened. This is where the room where it happens. This is where the Compromise of 1790 happened. It's where Thomas Jefferson and James Madison invited Hamilton to dinner. Hamilton got the Virginians to let national government assume the state debts in exchange for moving the capital from New York to the south, which is now in DC. You know what, guys? I don't know where I'm at, but I'm coming here because somebody recommended to come here. The famous Katz. We're gonna try it out.
Platos centrales se le comparten a todos los trabajadores.
¿Tiene la foto o no?
Miren nomás.
¿La doy? ¿Para aquí o para allá?
Para aquí. Already took my first bite and it was delicious. Pastrami with mustard and bread. There's God's first bite. We just finished our meal here at Katz and it was freaking delicious. Guys, don't miss out. If you come to New York, come to Katz. That was our last dinner out here in New York. It's our last day. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow we're heading out to the new city of Boston. So we gotta wake up early. Well, we need to go pack first. And tomorrow our train does leave at 7 in the morning, so we'll see you guys in the morning.